Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Work It Girl, our show that talks about all things that you need to know in the workplace. So today what we're going to be talking about is a hot topic that can be very sensitive to a lot of women, which is advocating for yourself, talking about yourself, and being able to clearly communicate your accomplishments without feeling guilty, without feeling like you're bragging, without feeling really awkward. There's a million reasons why this can be very difficult for women in the workplace, and that's why I really want to address it today. So, the way that we've been taught in society is you have to advocate for yourself, you have to tell people you know what you're doing, and it can seem very like go, 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 very aggressive, and at the same time, this is the whole part of being a woman sometimes, is that you're getting pulled in both directions. We're supposed to be powerful, and, people tell us to be quote unquote aggressive, but at the same time, we're supposed to be gentle and well liked, and, you don't want to seem really cocky or that, you're way too full of yourself. So, what are little things you can do? So, the first thing that you can do just to get comfortable with advocating for yourself and, recognizing yourself for what you do well, because you should, we're all out there doing really great things. This should be a muscle that we try to flex, not just professionally, but for ourselves personally. The first thing that you can do just to get comfortable with it is to start a journal, something really simple. Maybe you write down one thing a day that you are proud of yourself for doing, or one thing a day that you accomplished that you think is great. Even if it is, I had that difficult conversation, or I went to that meeting even though I didn't know what I was talking about. The second thing is more of a mind shift change. So I used to get really nervous talking to my boss about what I was doing because I didn't seem like I was bragging. But I shifted from thinking I'm advocating for myself and taking away a lot of this charge and this pressure from it into just thinking I'm just going to tell my boss what I'm doing. And if that happens to be really great stuff that's, coming up in really great results, awesome. I also make it a point to tell her where I'm struggling and where I need help. And that way it can feel a lot more authentic, and it can feel less like, oh, I'm bragging about things. And this is the same for when you're talking to your coworkers and your peers. Talking to them both about your wins and where you're struggling and asking for help can also make it so that you can advocate for yourself. You can talk about your work without feeling like, oh, I'm always just bragging, or, all of that. And then the third thing that you can do is make a folder for yourself in your email. So anytime you do something great, anytime someone gives you some sort of praise, or, you just get a result from someone, put it in a folder that's called your wins, or maybe it's your Work It Girl folder. And this way you can keep track of it and still look at it. And just having that there can make you feel a lot more confident. So these are three small ways that you can start advocating for yourself, and I hope that this helped you, and good luck with it. Let me know if you try anything down in the comments below. I always love to hear.